Welcome, everyone. Okay, looks like we got a people here already. Start. Everyone's saying. All right, welcome. We are live watch party. We are here. So as you guys know, Hayden did a Q&A over the weekend. So that's sort of what prompted a lot of this. I was going to bring up a couple parts, couple things he said, and we'll go over some of that. Young Sam's High Watch Party, so excited. Hey guys, thanks everyone for being in. A lot of cool stuff. Okay. Turtle, shout me out. Okay, there you go. There's a shout out, Turtle. What's up? Okay. So you guys may have seen some of the stuff Hayden said in his Q&A there. Step away from the mic. Okay, is that better? Something Hayden. Okay, where were we? So excited. I just want to bring up his few tweets some other people talked about here. From Millie. Asked, will a trailer for season 3 be released next month? I need something to get me through this lockdown. So Hayden said no trailer in April, but we hear before you know it, which I think is important because he's basically saying, so no trailer in April. And then he got a similar question on this one. Can we expect season 3 trailer this month or next month? And he said no and maybe. It really seems to me like maybe it would be next month, May. And everyone wants a shout out. Kadim Gay, shout me out. Dark Maze, shout me out. Yes, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to all of you. What do we got? Oh, 117 viewers. That's probably the most I've ever had. So yeah, cool guys. Shout out to everyone. Thanks for coming on in. Anyway, back to what Hayden said. So part of, I suspect, I mean, I don't know this, but part of my own thinking is one of the reasons Hayden might have did this partially. I mean, he knew he was going to get a lot of these questions about the trailer, about the release. Some fans were talking the night before because it seemed like stuff may be a few months out yet because of the sort of one of the main YouTube Twitter accounts had sort of tweeted something out in reply to a question that someone had put out. And I think maybe Hayden saw that and was trying to come in and just sort of, calm some nerves a little bit, which I think is kind of what he's doing. It is putting it out here that, so nothing maybe here in April. But I think maybe, he says maybe because he can't say definitely. He's not allowed to. And nothing's certain yet, but I feel like maybe May is when marketing will get started for everything. Why the delay? I don't know. No trailer in April, but what about a teaser in April? Well, it's true, especially since Hayden is someone who, makes those sort of distinctions. Marion and Veneman, shout out. Rowan Bolvin, shout out. Yes, shout out to all of you. Hayden is someone who makes distinctions like that, like teaser or trailer. But I do think, I feel like if the teaser was going to be in April, he would have kind of worded it a little bit differently, in sort of the way he does things. Which it's kind of unfortunate. I think a lot of people are frustrated with YouTube and sort of like how they've handled everything. YouTube is just kind of like had absolute silence. And the way I see it personally as myself, it's like the creators of the show are coming in and trying to sort of do what the communications department and marketing department are not. I mean, they've never said anything. So it's like, I feel like the creators of the show are coming in and doing what they can. It's not even necessarily their job, but that's what they're doing. So it's what Hayden did. And so why the marketing's delayed, we don't have any reasons. He did say it didn't have anything to do with like the virus or something. It's not anything like delayed because of that. So it makes it seem like perhaps there wasn't like an idea, beforehand. And it's something we've kind of talked about a little bit before, that like maybe there was originally an idea back at the end of February or something, and they changed their mind, and they were probably maybe always planning like a summer release. So I don't know what the marketing department is thinking or what the marketing department is doing, what they need to be done, but that's what they're doing, right? So the marketing department, and he got asked that as well later on, like, will it be out in the summer or something? And he said yes. So it makes it seem like probably some sort of summer release. I don't know when, like if it starts like a trailer in May, then maybe late June or July. I mean, that's just a guess. Ceiling fan collector Miguel is 93.76 paralyzed. I am impressed at how you calculated that so specifically. So that's a good job. So anyway, I would think maybe, maybe summertime, right? June, July is when it's going to come up, right? That's what I think. Could be August. We don't know for sure. We don't know what they're thinking. But if like a trailer comes out next month, so that gives us several more weeks to go, but we'll manage, right? I'll put out videos for you. Ceiling Van, when he hit his head, he probably got a bad concussion or fractured skull, but blinded, I doubt it. Yeah, I don't see he's blinded. Okay, guys. Rowan, you don't need to keep typing shout out in the chat. You're not accomplishing anything. Anyway, let me go on to another question real quick that Hayden answered. You may recognize who asked this one. Many people are unsure how Kreese was able to gain control of the Cobra Kai dojo. Was it an offer of more money that convinced Kreese to give him the lease? Or was Kreese just better at scratching his balls? So Hayden answered, Kreese talked a good game, proved his reliability, was willing to sign a contract, and used Zakarian's distaste of Johnny and Daniel to his advantage. The way I see that, it seems like confirmation it wasn't about money. Kreese is just a very good ball scratcher. I guess is that what we can say, right? Watch party. How can I email or private message you? I have theories to ask you, too long to type here. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. You can hit me up there. So anyway, Kreese is a good ball scratcher. That's his sort of thing. So it's a good answer. One thing I'd point out, if you watch or if you read Haydens tweets, he jokes around a lot, is very unserious. But I think if you give him kind of a question like that, I managed to get like the most straightforward answer out of the whole Q&A, I think is what I pulled out of him for this one. So that's a good one. Especially anyone who wants to know how Kreese got the JoJo, I think we got a straightforward answer. Blues HD, have you watched a show called Horsemen? No, I have not. Civic Brown, I hate Kreese. Yeah, a lot of people hate Kreese. Okay. Let's move on here. What the hell? Okay. Anyway. There's one more that came up that involved me, so I want to bring this up. So the question here was actually deleted, but he asked if Toxico was going to be a title, and he said no. Watch parties 1 for 3 on titles. So that's kind of unfortunate in a sense, but not necessarily surprising. Where are we? No, that's not the right one. Oh wait, no, there we are. Toxico. So, if you saw that video, the TO makes sense, right? The TO I'm pretty sure of. We picked Toxico off a list, but apparently it's not right. So what else could it be? I don't know. Toxico, yeah, was wrong. There's any other words. It could be two something, some other 5-6 letter word that starts with TO. I don't know. I would, if you want another guess. Here's another guess for you, for people. Topple. It fits. All I can say is it fits. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it fits, and you can almost sort of see what that is. Yeah, Aftermath was the sure bet. Yes, it was. The one that's definitely sure. That one. Aftermath, the first title, the first episode of season 3. Derek Kane, that's a picture of season 2. No, it's not. That is season 3. Trust me, I even double checked. That particular suit, he never wore that in season 2. So that is a season 3. Is it real LaRusso is the real bully than Johnny? Holy power. Well, it all depends on your interpretation. Mother plays. I don't know what he's doing. If I knew how to do this better, I would. Yeah, so also, if you want to go back to this one, this is the other one that apparently is wrong. That we said Little Miss Perfect. And I'll tell you about that. I was always unsure about the first word on that. Little didn't quite fit as well as I wanted it to. I still kind of think the middle, I still think it's Miss. It just MS Ms. There is another idea. People have actually floated it, just so you know. Is that a VS, like versus, instead of Miss? It could be. I personally don't think so. And if you remember, if you saw that video, you remember part of the problem is when I was trying to figure it out as Miss, I went through like every name in the series. And none of them really fit. And if it's versus, well, then it's like who versus who, or what versus what. I can't ever find the answer to that in any way that makes any sense. So it's just another idea. But I mean, I still think I would like to, I wish I knew how close I got, but we'll see. Is it completely wrong? Is it partially right? We'll see. Are some of the letters right? Cool. F for Miguel. Yes, absolutely. F for Miguel. So anyway, that's where we're at. Only one title right, probably Aftermath. Trailer probably going to be next month. Okay. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the video we put out on Monday? Watch Party, can you answer this? Do you think Miguel will recover or not because he's still training for the show? Yeah, I think he'll recover in some fashion. Yeah, boy. I know. Watch Party, notice me. Terry Silver is Miguel's biological dad. No, I don't think so. If anything, also, Carmen was 18 when she got married, and Terry Silver would have been like, what, in his 50s or 60s at the time? Do you think knowing that Allie's a doctor or whatever could help save Miguel? No, I don't think Allie's going to have anything to do with that. Hold on one second here. No. All right, we'll have to work on this. Is LaRusso the real bully? Only if you think he is, not necessarily. Brianna20, if you block Mother plays, he'll stop spamming. That's a good point. You know what, though? I actually don't know how to block anyone. I've never done it. So one of these days I'll figure out which button to press, but I can't figure it out right here. Ron Mullen, damn late to the show. Well, you make it better late than never. Wookiee Comics. How do you think Daniel and Johnny's relationship going forward? Not a good one. I did a video. I think they're going to fight. There's a fight in episode 2. That the creators, John Hurwitz, have basically teased. It's actually one of the reasons also I thought that middle part could be VS, like versus, but anyway, I think their relationship will get worse, at least initially, in season 3. All right. Sorry, guys. Cobra, I love your vids. Thank you. I love you. Tori's mom is Allie. I don't think so, but whatever. Yeah, Mother's plays. Hold on a second. I don't know. Nope. That's the wrong button. The lady that bumped into Johnny at the bar bought up in Coors is Tori's mom. Well, apparently, basically at this point, every female character in the show is Tori's mom. Muhammad Yassin, watch party, speculate who would win in a fair fight, me or Mary. Didn't you ask that last time? What do you think will happen to Miguel? I think Miguel will recover, some point, early to mid-season. It's going to be a while for him. Watch party, where do you think Johnny goes at the end of season 2? Well, he's at the beach. He's got to get home, right? So that's his biggest challenge there. And then I think maybe he goes and looks for Robbie. That was my sis using my phone. Well, don't let your sister have your phone, man. Who do you think Miguel's dad is? That's a good question. I think it's Roger. I had that in a video. Do you think Johnny and Daniel will join together to try to take down Cobra Kai? No, not necessarily. They may. I think they... In the fight in episode 10 that we've been told about is the craziest, most insane thing. I do think they could be fighting on the same side. I think that could end up happening. Incidentally, I think they could be fighting on the same side with Kreese, not necessarily against Kreese. So that's sort of my theory. If you looked at the video, in fact, even here, this one, the legend, yeah. If you look at that one, I think they could be fighting on the same side in that last fight. What if Robbie goes to jail and he meets Miguel's father? There's no indication Miguel's father is in jail. Certainly not in jail in California, and certainly not in a juvenile detention center, so I don't think so. It said Daniel was returning to Okinawa. You think Kumiko or Chosen might be... Here's the thing about what I still think about Okinawa. And, as soon as we get a trailer, we'll know more. Some people, like I know Brianna said, this is Daniel's story about Okinawa. I as of right now, I'm starting to think it's not actually that. I think Okinawa is going to be more about actually Mr. Miyagi's story than Daniel's story. So I think there's a good possibility actually Kumiko, Chosen, and the sort of Okinawa crew won't be back this season. Possibly next season. There's no reason they can't go to Okinawa again, but as of right now, I think Okinawa may be more about Mr. Miyagi than Daniel, because remember they said it's about his like roots, you know, the roots of Miyagi-Do, and I really think that's more about Mr. Miyagi than Daniel. That's sort of what I'm thinking. And by the way, if you saw this video, I kind of talked about that in that one, so that's sort of what I'm thinking. Do you think season 3 is going to be better than season 2? I do. I think overall, like the production, they're just getting better as they're going along. I think maybe hopefully, I sort of sense like maybe they're really hitting their stride and really knocking things out of the park. They already said, Hayden said that the episodes are longer. Most of them are over 30 minutes. I think overall that's going to be really great for season 3. So yes. Could Robbie go to jail? Yes. Casual Paradox. In the season finale, there's a scene where Daniel picks up book on Okinawa from Robbie's abandoned possessions. Robbie goes to Okinawa to evade the law. No. How does he get to Okinawa? He doesn't have a passport or money. Do you think Allie will appear right away in season 3? That's a good question. But I would say probably not. My thinking at the time was like maybe episode 4. Snow Child. That would be cool if we know about Miyagi. I agree. Live in the snow. I want Johnny to fight Terry and Kreese, and Daniel come flying in slow motion on the soundtrack Glory to Love. Hey, fun idea. What? Rayush, no, Miyagi's not alive. Holy Power, answer this. Where do you think John Kreese hide before season 1? Well, I just watch his video, episode 4 there. He tells his story. I made a video, is Kreese lying? I think everything Kreese said essentially is the truth. It's kind of like a what you see is what you get. Troll God, I liked your theory about karma not letting visitors for Miguel. Thank you. That video is actually done even better than I thought it might have. You know, it's pretty much a straightforward video, but it was good. Okay, Mother Plays. I forgive you this time. Just don't let your sister keep your phone. Watch Party, answer this. Do you think season 2, episode 10 was a plot twist because Robbie showed mercy than he did, and Miguel doesn't show mercy and Hawk gets beat up? Well, Robbie's not the one who showed mercy. Miguel showed mercy, so there's your twist. Do you see Johnny and Carmen get together, or do you think Miguel will join Miyagi-Do? First off, no, I don't think Miguel joins Miyagi-Do. He's kind of firmly rooted in Cobra Kai. Johnny and Carmen getting together, I always felt like if that was a relationship that happened, it would be like like a season 5 sort of thing. And essentially, I still think that because, they essentially now teased it in season 2, but then they split up, obviously. So they could end up back together, but it's not going to be for a while. So there's a lot of sort of obstacles to overcome. A Miyagi prequel movie would be a good idea. I don't think they have any intention for doing any movies at the time, but they may love to explore Miyagi's backstory more at some point. Who do you think will find Johnny's phone? Honestly, it could be no one. George Costanza from Seinfeld, the Super Z. Wouldn't it be funny if Daniel takes Miyagi's body and revive him? It'd be funny, kind of weird, but yeah. I guess. Where are we, man? Usually Robbie shows mercy, but then he didn't. Miguel usually doesn't. Well, yes, that was the point. Miguel's took Johnny's teachings, right, and then showed mercy. And got kicked over a railing for it. So, Ron Wolin, let's remember when the school fight first started, Robbie helped the girls don't have to be violent. Miguel was the aggressor. Sure, but certainly from the problem was from Miguel's point of view. He runs in and sees Robbie kicking another Cobra Kai student, pressing Tori against the locker, so Miguel didn't quite know what was going on. The Troll God, do you think season 3 is worth the wait? Well, the people who've seen season 3, that is like Hayden and Josh, they have assured us enthusiastically it will be worth the wait. So I would defer to their opinion and say yes, it will be worth the wait. Can you predict how many seasons of Cobra Kai? 6 or 7. That's basically what John Hurwitz has said. So there you go. Fernandez, hey man, how is it going? It's going well now that the live stream is under control. Do you feel Miguel gets second fiddle while recovering? I wonder if his recovery will be resumed in episode. No, I think it'll a little bit longer. At least 3 to 5 episodes. Oops. So, do you think Chosen will have a cameo? It's possible a cameo, but like I said, I think as of right now, I'm not sure he'll be in it at all. So we'll see. Snow Child, worth the wait. If it's like the others, definitely. Yes, I agree, Snow Child. Do you think Robbie will go to jail personally, not knowing that Hawk and the others in the fight were let go and were able to go back to the dojo? Well, it's true they were let go, but I think part of that was just sort of like storytelling. They needed them. I think sort of like the police part of it is going to pick up right there at the beginning of season 3. If you saw, like I talked, well, that one right there, Tori's mom confronts Kreese. Part of my thinking in that video all along was that, I think season 3 starts, Tori's probably going to be arrested. There's really no way she can avoid that. And in fact, part of my thinking was always she was probably arrested that night. Like simultaneously, Johnny's over at the beach. She's going home from her karate class. And I can imagine like the police were there waiting for her. I don't see how she gets out of that. I'm actually writing a video that's going to address some of this right now. What do you think ever happened to Mike Barnes? I was thinking it'd be kind of funny if like Mike Barnes went into like MMA or something. It was like the UFC champion or something. We'll see. I don't think he'll be in season 3, but he'll come around at some point for sure. Why are you making a live stream so late? It's only late depending on where you live. You think Sam would go? No, I don't. Do you think the trailer will drop tomorrow? No. Hayden said no trailer in April. I think he's telling the truth on that one. Chosen is Kyler's father. That theory's been around since season 1, and it's kind of stupid. Honestly, just because they're Asian doesn't mean they're related. Like, no, I don't think Chosen and Kyler have anything to do with each other. Chosen looks like Kyler. Well, there you go. A lot of people like the theory. So, Luigi, so what do you think will happen now with Kreese taking over the dojo and luring Johnny's students? What kind of hell will be unleashed? That's a good question. Kreese doesn't like his students to lose, and all his students were losing. So, definitely he's going to be pushing them hard. For what? I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Hector Linko, I love your channel. All I can say right now is just wait patiently, trust the writers. Absolutely. It'll come, like I said, hopefully in summer, by summer. It's definitely later than past years, but it seems like they changed their mind on the marketing strategy for whatever reason. So there you go. You created a Twitter just to message me. Well, thank you very much. By the way, I do try to read, anyone who tweets me, messages me. I try to read all that. And I also do read most, at least, of the comments on the video as of now. I do like reading comments and respond to a lot of you. So go ahead. You can always reach out to me via comments or tweets or whatever. Do you think episode 10 Dutch will make a cameo? Well, keep in mind, Dutch is in Jail, Terry Silver, possibly Mike Barnes, Kumiko, not as likely. We have gone 30 minutes. We're still at 103 viewers. Where are we at? Fernandez. Hope Hawk. Yeah, I hope Hawk wins Fights Tool. Cruel, Cruel Summer. Yeah, we're going to be playing that as we're waiting for Season 3. Well, Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do have a rematch. Every time, I think every season, Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do will be fighting in some capacity. Chosen as Okinawan and Kyler is Korean. That's kind of a thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Brianna25, for pointing that out. Not everyone is related to everyone else. It's not like one big like universe of only 20 people and they're all related to each other. So, you don't have to think about that, guys. Like it's, there's an inherent tendency to like you just reaching out in your brain, but try to take and look at new characters as new characters, right? Like same thing with Tori. Just because she says I'm Tori with a Y doesn't mean she's Allie's runaway adopted stepdaughter, or whatever the heck people think. So no one. Frustrating. Season 3 is coming in summer. Top-notch radio voice. Think about doing other show watch parties. Other people have said that to me as well. Okay, so where are we at? Will Miguel love again? I don't know. Will he love again? Possibly. Who he will love? That's a heck of a question. Okay, guys, this was a lot of fun. 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. By the way, yeah, there's my Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you don't like the video. If you enjoyed this, I hope you did. I'll be around. I'm writing another quick video here based on another tweet of Haydens. So I hope to have that out by the weekend. Hopefully, I don't think it'll be a long video, but I'm taking another tweet and just making a little bit of video, another Season 3 theory, essentially. This is a theory I've had, literally, it was actually one of my very first ones, back to last April or last May, that I put off. But with this tweet, I figured, well, I'll go ahead and make a video on that. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. It was cool. We had the most viewers ever on this one for the live, so that was great. Great comments. We'll see you next time. Take care. No.